Hello everyone, my name is Daisy Selvon and I am the English Writing Lead at Little Parndon for EYFS and Key Stage 1.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Lewis and I'm the English Writing Lead for Key Stage 2 at Little Parndon.
English is extremely important to us here at Little Parndon. Writing is a fundamental skill for life. Children and adults need to write for their job, school, hobbies, or as a way of personal communication. Writing enables us to express our feelings and thoughts to others in a relatively permanent form. At Little Parndon, we aim to get this message across that we hope will inspire our pupils to be lifelong writers who use writing to communicate effectively to express themselves. We want our pupils to be confident at applying their skills throughout the rest of their lives and to enjoy the creative process it takes to get there. We want our children to gain life experiences of successful writing and use it as a means to enhance their problem solving and thinking skills.
Writing at Little Parndon is taught through following our writing journey cycle. So this begins with a hook that's first introduced to the class, so to inspire them to create this piece of writing, often creates the purpose for this piece of writing. We then introduce an aspiring example, so this would include the key features that we'd like to include in our piece of writing. We would then story map it out, focus on those key features, read them out, act it out, and unpick the key features what we've been using to then create our own knowledge organisers, which the children can refer to later on or throughout the whole process when they're creating their writing. We would then plan in specific deepening activities. So these would focus on the key features we're looking to include within their writing. So including SPAG elements, drama activities to help them get enrolled as the person they might be writing as. And all of these activities are planned to improve and support the children with their next piece of writing. We would then plan our next big piece of writing using shared rights to share our ideas, the use of knowledge organisers and identifying some of those key features we want to be planning for. We then draft our writing, so we'll be doing lots of micro writing, thinking about the sentence structure that we want to be including, talking about the specific SPAG elements that we're including in each sentence, in each paragraph, different focuses for the different parts of writing. The children will also be used to using a success criteria, which is colour coded, which identifies the key features or the key successes that we'll be looking for within their writing. The teachers then mark this with a detailed mark using stampers. The children then review their marking, which allows them to go over using the colour-coded success criteria to see how successful they have been, identify next steps and things that they could use to improve and up-level their piece of work to meet more of the success criteria. They review their spelling and punctuation errors or any misspelling and punctuation, and they might also have access to independent word banks to support with their spelling and the use of dictionaries and also their knowledge organiser. The final part of our writing cycle is where they get to publish and celebrate the work that they've created. We would often do a handwriting starter to remind them about our ascenders, descenders, the correct joins, depending on which year group or level the children are at. And they then rewrite their writing into their progression books using their up-leveled piece, so all the things that they've improved, and we then celebrate their work, display it on wow walls, and we also pick a piece of work that goes down to the year group below as an aspiring piece of writing for those children to look up to for when they then move into the next year group.
Early years foundation stage, writing is promoted from day one. Writing itself and the skills needed in order to be able to write is delivered across a range of learning opportunities. For example, funky fingers and fine motor activities are there to help the muscle growth needed for supporting good pencil skills. Gross motor is also promoted to help develop their larger muscles through examples of use of art climbing equipment and within their PE sessions. Resources are available throughout our continuous provision to encourage our pupils to mark make. Phonics is taught daily to help give our pupils the skills needed to be successful at writing. Workshops are also held to help support our parents and carers at home in enabling them to support their child at home with their writing. Throughout projects, the children are exposed to a range of writing genres. Our pupils are then encouraged to demonstrate these skills through independent writing. A range of resources are available for selection alongside learning aids to help support them on their writing journey and ultimately being an independent writer.
Writing at Key Stage 1 and Key Stage 2. So in Key Stage 1 and Key Stage 2, teachers use a genre-based approach to ensure quality rather than quantity. We'd quite often spend a couple of weeks or more on building up to one big piece of writing to make sure the children understand the whole process of writing rather than creating smaller parts of writing so that they have that cohesion. We look at our handwriting, our spoken language and oracy, writing transcription, so we're also looking at our spellings, our composition, so we're planning, drafting, evaluating and editing our work. We want to ensure that we're expanding on the children's vocabulary, their understanding of their grammar and the punctuation that they're able to use. And we want them to understand the features of that genre. So we like to use lots of different cross-curricular approaches to writing, quite often linking with our reading, but also to other subjects such as history. And to create a purpose for writing, thinking about the purpose, the audience, the language and the layout that we're using. We also want them to enjoy the process of writing, and we also hold termly writing competitions. We want to develop opportunities to speak and to develop their speaking and listening skills within lessons. So we often offer a lot of opportunities to read their writing or to read the expected model back to practice those skills as well.
At Little Parndon, we assess writing on a regular basis. We believe this is important to enable our pupils to see what they are doing well and where they need to go next to improve their writing. At the end of each writing project, the end piece of writing is assessed through our knowledge overview to identify whether our pupils are working below, at, or greater than the national standard. Teachers provide verbal and written feedback continuously in order to help our pupils improve their writing. Writing is also moderated within year groups, phase groups, and across other schools nationally.
At Little Parndon, we think it's really important that we inspire children within their writing. So each term we like to hold a writing competition, such as writing a Christmas story that was read aloud by their favourite teacher or themselves. We have our aspiring writer displays where the teacher picks a piece of writing or someone who's worked incredibly hard, and that then gets sent down to the lower year groups and is put on display for those children to aspire to create writing that's as good as that piece. We like to make the writing relevant to the children. We want them to see writing as a real life skill and something that they can translate into their life as they grow up. We want to make writing exciting, so quite often we make these hooks that are going to engage them and interest them and that are relevant to them, such as a picnic with Paddington or through excavating fossils. We also want them to have games to play online because we know that's something that they enjoy. So the children also have access to a resource called Spelling Shed where they can practice their spellings. And that is writing at Little Parndon. Thank you. Bye.